hit that notification button. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. I'm in your mic, Don. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that, Kimball. And I am joined, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. I am joined this evening with my business partner, Don Freed, who is a United States Marine veteran. We got a lot to unpack tonight, don't we, Don?
That's right. That's right. We're getting super excited. Big launch coming up. We're going to talk all about it.
Yeah, so I am streaming on Instagram for the first time. I don't know how this works, okay, but I'm looking at myself over here on Instagram and I'm live. So if you're on Instagram, join in, leave a question for us so we can go ahead and answer it. So today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. We will take a few questions, but we are going to be talking about VA Benefits Navigator. This is a software that Don and I created because we felt that a lot of veterans weren't getting what they deserve and they need to be educated on this process. And this is what we believe will help. Okay. And so we're going to get to that here in a minute. But Don, before we start out, can you tell all the viewers just a little bit about yourself? They've probably seen you a couple of times, but just a brief background on yourself.
Oh, yeah. Marine Corps veteran, like Dwayne mentioned, just been a veteran advocate for, over a decade, going on some time. I do a lot of work in the veteran charity space as well, but I do run a marketing business. That's my day-to-day business. And that's partly where me and Dwayne connected over 7 years ago. And, these times, in that time that since we met, worked with him in his business. We've collaborated a little bit over the years. And so, I've watched this space because I've watched Dwayne, and he was a Sherpa for me in my claim process as well. So I got to take advantage of being able to call Dwayne. Sometimes I didn't take advantage of that, which was part of the problem as well, but I did enjoy the videos. But the culmination of that, journey and our relationship has ended in building some new proprietary technology. Nobody's ever done this yet, and we're super excited to share that with you guys because it is coming out October 4th. That is this Saturday. We've been 8 months, 10 months in development.
Right. Well, maybe not quite 10 months, a little bit. Oh,
in your brain.
Yeah, maybe about, I would say, a good solid 6 at least.
A good 6, but happy to be here. Thank you very much. I'm looking for you on Instagram. I don't see you yet. I'm trying to see what it looks like. But
okay, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Hopefully, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't hit the go live button, so I'm live now.
Oh,
okay. I didn't hit the go live button. That's, like I say, this is my first time on Instagram. Okay, so I'm learning. Also, I wanted to let everybody know, if you are on TikTok, follow, go to the KMD89, type in KMD89, follow me on TikTok. I want to do something a little bit different over there. We have just videos, our shorts, YouTube shorts posted there. But my wife was showing me where individuals can go live and they can bring people on. Okay. But you got to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. And I could go live on TikTok, bring you on, bring multiple people on, and we have a discussion about a particular topic. Okay. I'll pick the topic and we'll go ahead and we'll delve into it and dive into it. I'm sorry. And hash it out for an hour or so. Okay. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comment section. Also, Don mentioned we're going live October 4th, this Saturday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And I put the link in the comments. Okay, I'll put it in there. Yep, it's in there now. So make sure you go ahead and you get signed up. So Don, what do you want to start with first? Do you want to take them to the landing page, and let's talk about on the landing page what they can expect this Saturday?
Maybe before let's get there, but let's touch on partly the software and what we saw and why we built what we built, because I think it's important to touch on AI, because there's a lot of AI integrators happening right now. In my marketing business, I'm very involved in AI. I use it to work with clients, with servicing from a marketing perspective. But we saw AI starting to roll out in the veteran support space, and there's several people out there doing stuff, and there's some value to that. And some people chat GPT it up, right, or taking a language model and querying about the claims. But originally we said, oh, okay, we love AI, it's great for certain things, but the challenges with AI is it does hallucinate. It's not always 100%. It always feels like you're the champion. Sometimes I have to tell it, like, stop being, give me validation, don't do validation, just critique it, so it's not necessarily all the prompting. It can just actually go off the reservation a little bit. And so, because we thought, hey, we're going to go build with AI too. And we actually did start building with AI, but we ultimately ended up not building into AI or using AI inside of the software itself. This is a straight developed software piece that's going to have a lot of value. But let's preface before we hop in. We can hop in now and just talk, but I don't know if you have anything else to add to that because of what we saw with the challenges with AI.
But so a lot, I did a video on that, and a lot of veterans, you go to AI and they asked AI, hey, provide me a lay statement or something, right? And they don't fact check it. And I remember I was asking AI something just to see what it would give me. And I say, what is the regulation on this as it pertains to X, Y, and Z? And it gave me a regulation. And I looked at it and I was like, man, that's the wrong one. So I told AI, I'm like, hey, look, that's the incorrect 38 CFR. And it came back and said, you're right.
But you knew that the average person's not going to know that. We're just going to take that as like, that's
right. Right. So that's why I tell people, you have to fact check the AI. So you still need to understand this process. And that's one of the reasons why we developed this software, because we went to the VA's website and did the heavy lifting and put the questions in this software along with pro tips, okay, that you need to know depending on the condition you're claiming. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the software here, Don. Okay. All right. Can you see it?
Yeah, we got your screen. Yep.
Okay. So and I, with Don, I was working on another project, and I was telling Don, I'm like, man, it doesn't seem like it's going to work. And he was like, hey, I know you're trying to clean up your calendar. Can you give me, 12 classes? I need you to attend 12 classes. And this is where we started back in May, or was it? Yeah,
May,
we finished May. Yeah, May. Yeah. So a little bit less than 6 months, but it started here and it really got my mind to thinking, what needed to go in here. So we started off, I'm already logged in. Okay. So, once you subscribe, this is a monthly subscription. Once you subscribe and you log in, you'll come to this screen. I didn't miss anything with that, Don.
Before you go too deep into it, let's just preface that this is the only educational training platform out there. This software is meant and built and designed around Dwayne's brain. This is his brainchild put into a software. And what the software does ultimately is it helps to train you on how to file your VA claim correctly. And that's very critical because, as we know, in the process, it can be very lengthy. It took my father 15 years in his journey to get to 100%. He's a 3-war veteran, and it took him that long just because, he didn't have Dwayne until the very end. But even in my journey, having access to Dwayne took me 6 years in my own journey. And that's very common, unless people can get out, transition out, maybe get into a higher percentage rating, some 100% right away, but it's not always happening. And if you got to go down this rabbit hole, you got to figure out how to do it. You can leverage a lot of free resources, but again, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own claim, and that's what this software is on. We have BSOs coming to us. We have organizations. We have attorneys coming to us about the software to leverage up in their own business at the same time because of its efficiency and development. But we'll jump in a second, but just wanted to get that across because this is what it is. It's an educational training tool to help you understand how to communicate better with the VA rater. And let's go ahead and dive on in. Sorry about that.
Right, not a problem. So I'm already logged in. This is your dashboard. Okay, you're going to be presented with a welcome video. We recommend that everyone watch this welcome video. Okay, we're sharing some information, sort of some things that we just talked about, and then we get into our sponsors here. We have a couple more sponsors, excuse me, that will be added before this Saturday's event. Don't forget, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have the link in the comment section for everybody. Okay. And I've already completed what we call one of the MVPs, an educational packet. Okay. So you're gonna have something similar. You're gonna build it yourself. This is something I came up with years ago. No one has it because I came up with it right here. And I used to do these by hand, talking with the veteran. And I think the last one I did, Don, was over a year and a half ago. So we came up with the idea to let you build your own educational packet based off some questions. So we're going to get into that. But these are just some that we worked through with some developers. Okay. So let's go to the claim builder. Okay. So when you get here, this is where we start to uh, bake the cake, so to speak. All right. So step one, complete the intent to file. Everybody, and I'm not going to turn this into a full-blown education of the VA claims process, but we all should know what an intent to file is. If you hadn't filed intent to file yet, you click no, and we got caution sign that comes up, says take 5 minutes, go through, and this is how you can do some ways different ways you can submit your intent to file. Now, these are live links here, okay? And we link these back to the VA's website, okay? It's very important. And when you're dealing with the VA, only get documents from the VA's website. That is very important, okay? A lot of individuals house them on their website. You don't want to do that because the VA can update these forms at any time. Okay. We got some additional information why this matters, time frame and requirements after filing your intent to file. Okay. But if you check yes, then it's going to bring you to step two, gather your information. Some things that you need to be doing after you do that intent to file. Okay. These are things that I do discuss in my new book. Also, I am doing a pre-sale launch of my new book, VA Compensation Blueprint. I will show you the cover.
Number two, book
Okay.
number two.
Yep,
That's
book
right.
number 2. So I was setting up, I think, Don, on Shopify, my Shopify store for like 3 hours last night, putting in the discount codes and all of that. So we got a lot to unpack that we're going to be talking about this Saturday. Okay. But let's keep going. Now, this is where I spent a lot of late nights, early mornings, okay, weekends. And this is all the VA's different body systems. So when you click on general health, it opens up the mental disorders, eating disorders, hearing loss, respiratory, digestive, infectious, okay? And then we even created something for presumptives. Camp Lejeune contaminated water, Vietnam, okay? I just noticed developers done, they got Camp Lejeune in here twice. So I think they're here working now. Vietnam, Agent Orange, Gulf War, undiagnosed illness. We have terror and even the PACT Act. So we did the heavy lifting for you, went out to the VA's website, and guess what we had to do, people? I had to go through over 1,000 diagnostic code criterias and put them on a spreadsheet for the developers and put them here.
Who knew there were that many?
I know, right? And now you only have to click some buttons. So we're going to run through one scenario here in a minute, okay?
We've certainly
then
simplified the entire process. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So here are all the musculoskeletal, the hips, the feet, the shoulders, digits in your hands, ribs, skull, all right? Then we even have something for high-level review and even the supplemental. So you could build the educational packet if you're doing a high-level review, supplemental, general health, musculoskeletal, and even if you're doing something for the PACT Act, okay? That's very important. Don, before I jump into one of these body systems, you have anything to add? And then we're going to get into, I think somebody did ask a question about the software. But Don, if you want to share anything before I get into that, go ahead.
No, I think you covered it all. I mean, let's just show them the secret sauce. I mean,
all right. So before we get into that, I want to pull up some questions here. ML, thank you for being one of my YouTube members. I definitely appreciate it. Everyone, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Help me out with the algorithm. ML says, thank you for your contribution to the vendor community. Hey, not a problem. Don and I, we both have a passion for this. Every time we see each other in person, we either talking VA claims or something about something about business, right? Okay. Aid Rodriguez, hola. I think you're coming in for Puerto Rico, I believe. Let me know. Okay.
Teaching my 8-year-old Spanish right now. She learns a word. Well, she reads a word a day. But
read a word a day. Okay. ML says, looking forward to using the Navigator. Just have not had time to attend other sessions about the Navigator. Signed up a few weeks ago. We have to update. We did do the recordings on the past couple. We have to get those out of the note taker, and we're building out a portal to put those in. We had one. What was that done? Yesterday.
Yesterday, and we have launch on Saturday. So if you can make Saturday, join us live at noon Eastern time, and then we're going to run it back on Tuesday at 12:30. And then from that time forward, it's going to be every 2 weeks. We're going to be going live, supporting people, training people, coaching people on the software. It's not that you just buy a subscription and we go away.
Right.
We're spending time in the community coaching people. And there's a lot of nuances that come with that. And we've learned through this beta phase that there's still a lot of claims questions that comes up. But really, we try to stick to the training of the software, because just by learning this, you're going to get ingrained in your mind about the process, the strategy, how a rater thinks. And that's what's very unique to this. And that's very exciting.
Right. And let me clarify the coaching piece. This is not coaching on the VA claims process.
Please do.
These sessions that we're going to have is going to be about showing you. It's going to be about showing you what we're going to go through tonight, just a little bit, how this software works. Okay. It's not a general Q&A session like I normally do here. We're taking questions about the software. All right. Just keep that in mind. All right. We got another question down here. Mobot76 says, will the software website allow the use to populate and track all the forms? I recently submitted the initial intent to file and I'm very excited. Cited your software.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is part of what we debated about initially. And what we came out with is it's educating you on the process. Yes, you can develop your claim using the software, but we wanted the ownership of putting the information together inside of the forms to reside with the veteran or the family member or whoever's working with them. Again, we're going to say this a lot. We are here to educate people and train you on the process. Having that done for you isn't going to help you guys out in the long run. And having AI do that for you can cause potential errors. A BSO rep is great. We encourage you guys working with those guys at the same time. Those guys are most likely going to be in the system, working it and using it and getting educated at the same time. Again, nothing's out there like this. Nothing's been developed to actually train you. That's why it's so exciting. But we provide everything. We walk you all the way, 98% of the way there. You just got to do the last 2%.
Right. And that, that's key. It's this is not a I want to say what am I thinking? It's not something that's going to be quick and you're just going to get service connected from it. You still have to be educated on this process. And I don't care if you use VSO, claims agent, an attorney, you still need to be educated on this process. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do, nobody said anything. I thought I saw some questions about a particular topic. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to take Tara. Okay. And keep in mind, people, a couple of we still have an action item list. I think we're down to what, 10 out of 180.
That's amazing. Absolutely. Just in this month alone, if anybody knows development cycles, our list was close to 200 at the beginning of the month, and now it's down to under 10 right now. And so we kind of keep adding more in there, but we're going to get to launch minimum viable product. We call it, is coming out on Saturday. There's still going to be a work in development. This isn't just, hey, it's done and we'll wash our hands of it. We're going to continue to improve this software at the same time. So keep sticking with us because there's a lot more to come on the roadmap as well. It's also very exciting.
Yep. So we're going to just take Terra real quick. Okay. So a lot of you probably heard about Terra. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to come and type in your particular condition. Okay. So let's just do acne, but you could type in anything, migraines, and it'll populate, right? It'll populate that. So whatever you've been diagnosed with, you're going to type it in. And that's where we went and had the developers to put all the diagnostic codes from the VA's website. And that's where we had to go. That's what took the longest. You're talking about a couple of months at least. But let's just say acne. Let's say you got some skin condition. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So when you scroll down, and I think we need to get with the developers on this. I don't like the way. So I'm like, okay, did I select it? It should say selected. Okay. When you scroll down, you'll see this is the diagnostic code criteria. And this is what a lot of veterans miss when they file a claim. They don't know the diagnostic code criteria they meet based off their evidence for the condition they're claiming. Okay. So if you're claiming acne under Terra, okay, that falls under the skin body system. And it's asking you what were you exposed to? Burn pits. Okay, let's check that. Maybe some pesticides, asbestosis. All right. If you're Vietnam vet, Agent Orange, Orwell, sand, fuel. All right. Ionizing radiation. Then you're going to come and you're going to look at this criteria for each for this diagnostic code. So diagnostic code 7828. Okay. You have to look at and read each one. And then you look at the evidence that you have that you're going to submit. And you select, you're like, oh, okay, I meet the 30% criteria based on my evidence. So we select that, right? And then here you can add additional symptoms, something like that. Okay. And then you come to the next step. Okay. Then it just gives you a breakdown, the category, which is Terra condition, Terra. That should be the skin condition. So we're going to have to get that corrected as well. Symptoms. See the symptoms here, skin, problems, and pain. Now, here's the best feature. It's going to give you some example wording. And the reason why we call that example wording is because you're the only individual that can articulate your symptomology. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's going to give you a template, but then you can go in and edit this template. You click edit, and here, you can add additional information. And again, every time we meet, we'll be going through this. Okay. Especially when we have updates, and we'll be talking about it. And I'll give you some examples because in my new book, I'm actually filing a claim, not a real claim, but a John Doe claim. So you can follow along with me. Okay. In the first book, it was just an overview. This one, filing a John Doe claim, starts with different scenarios. So then you can read the book and then go along in here. Right. Okay. So we're going to click save, continue to submission of instructions. And right here, this is your educational packet. Okay. So for a Terra claim, you got the 526EZ. You click on it. It's going to take you to the VA's website, an actual 526EZ. You have to complete that. Okay. We give you a little bit of instructions here. The VA form 21-4138, because that example wording will not fit on the 526EZ.
It never does.
Right. And so then you always want to make sure you get that claims folder, right? Here's a link to the VA's form. On that form, it tells you where to submit it. Also, you can upload it using the quick submit link. This link here will take you to my YouTube video where I'm showing you how to upload documents to the VA using the quick submit link. Okay. So very detailed instructions, but at the end of the day, this is your claim. You can submit it however you want. If you want to go to the VA's website and to complete it, you can do that. They're going to ask you a series of questions. When you hit submit, it's going to spit out a 526 EZ on the back end. The only difference is you don't have a copy of that. Okay. So if I'm in my book, I specifically state what option I'm using. I'm going to complete my 526 EZ, print it out, sign it, scan it, and then upload it with all my evidence. Okay. So then here's the example wording. Okay. Again, on the previous page, I could have edited this. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and generate review packet. Again, people, we're going to be up probably midnight tonight working through some things because we already saw a couple of things in here. All right. So this is the packet. Okay. You got your, the language here. Step one, the form that you're going to need, the 4138, the FOIA request, the submitting of your claim form. Okay. And we even have the address, the fax number. We've done a lot of heavy lifting for you people. Only thing you have to do is once you register, come in and just answer a few questions. That's it. Imagine going to the VA's website and finding all this information, but most importantly, trying to understand it, right? Like the criteria. Okay. All right. So then you can download it. Now, I'm going to take you back to this dashboard. And here, this is the packet. No, I didn't create this. I didn't save it. I'm sorry. I didn't save it. But you'll see the packet here. It should be over here, the draft packets. Okay. And you can, select one. And I don't want to do that pack that. That was there for a reason. And then you delete it. Okay. Go ahead, Don.
Just to touch on that, you can create as many packets as you want. Right now, we have it set to only do one body part at a time. The end goal being that you could add multiples in there. Even though this is a training tool, people are already in here. Our beta class is in here, and they're in here developing their claims, and that's what they're using the software for. Hey, that's just as fine because it's the same result is coming out of there, and they're getting the training along the way. But at the same time, you can do one at a time and do as many as you want and just run it back and do another one and another body part. It's all going to lead you to the same result where here's the link to the form. This is your content. This is what you need to load up. This is what you need to send up if that's what you so wish to do. If not, you can just keep on training. Eventually, we'll add more capabilities into the educational packet itself, so you could add multiples and then see what that looks like as well. But that's on one of the first ones on the roadmap.
Right. So we got some viewers over here on Instagram. People, again, if I have a TikTok account, KMD89, VA Claims Consulting, make sure you go over there and follow me because what I want to do, I just saw this. My wife follows some individual, and you can go live and bring people on and we could talk about a particular topic. So if there's something that you want to do, hey, follow me on TikTok and we'll get it set up and we'll go live and hash it out and educate veterans. Okay. So Don, let's get back to a couple of questions. I'll leave this up for now, but some people had some questions. Emil, if you already have started and received some ratings, are you able to select what to do next or skip prior steps that may not apply to you? You're not going to skip any steps because when you get here to this piece, you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to do a high-level review? Am I going to do a supplemental claim? Yep. If you're already service connected, right? So let's click on
a secondary claim.
Right. So here, the different ways you got to select the different ways of service connection, you're filing this claim. So let's say you're doing a direct basis, right? Click on it. And we have a video here. This is a raw video. Don hasn't edited yet. But in this little short video, I'm explaining the different ways of service
Four
connection.
ways of service connection.
Okay. You won't see presumptive in here because we have a presumptive section. You won't see a high-level review or supplemental because we have a separate section for that. So let's say you click direct. This is a new claim. And let's say you're claiming PTSD. I like this one. You all are going to like this one. So you're going to select PTSD. And this is something that I thought about when I left the VA. I'm like, how can I educate veterans? Not advising you, but to educate you on this process, okay? So then you got all the criteria. You have to read each one to see which percentage you fall under for your particular stressor, okay? So let's say 70%, and it says this is what you selected, okay? Now we got some more work to do, okay? Check this out. Select one of the 4 ways you are claiming PTSD. Due to combat, non-combat, military sexual trauma reported, military sexual trauma not reported. Don, I don't think they realize the the work that we put in just, thinking this stuff up. How can we educate the veteran and, create something that has already you don't have to do the heavy lifting.
It's just immense value because any possible scenario that you could think of is represented here in this software, like Dwayne's breaking down for you right now. So
right,
either the 4 ways of service connection, presumptive, high-level review, or supplemental. This is what you're going to do.
Right. And so you selected PTSD due to combat. Now guess what? Now we got to help confirm that stressor. Where did you serve? Republic of Vietnam. These are the dates from the VA's website. You don't have to figure it out. We've already done it for you.
All right there.
Okay. So let's say, I think we're missing some, Don. Did I select Vietnam? New claim. PTSD. Oh, the Iraq is missing. Okay, so we'll get that corrected. So let's say Republic of Vietnam. Okay, now were you aboard a vessel, blue water, on a vessel? I'm sorry, this is on board a vessel that operated in the inland waterways of Vietnam. Brown water, on a vessel operating not more than 12 nautical miles. All right, if you don't know, but you would need to know. Okay, so we're going to select 12 nautical miles. All right, and then what if any additional symptoms do you have from the diagnosis you selected? Okay, you got to get that removed. Okay, so you put those symptoms there, right there. Okay, so this is how detailed it is. I'm not going to go any further. I think they're in here working, Don, because I see some stuff glitching. Okay.
And well, this is the joys of building software, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to end here. Once we hit the 4th, we're going to be continued to building, adding things, finding things that we missed. Again, there's over 1,000 lines of data that have been mapped out through the VA's processes. So,
yeah,
we're human. We might have missed some of that. Obviously, we're picking up on that. But hey, we've hit probably 98, 99% of that. So,
most definitely. All right. So, question: can you use this software for appeals like CUE? Wow, Missy, she brought up a great point, Don. Right now, no, because the high-level review is. I guess you could put it under high-level review, but I think that would probably be a phase 2. Missy, good point. I think a phase 2, Don, where we just create another banner.
We got to map out that data as well. And Missy, we just wanted to cover the what we consider the basics. These are the basics that you could be doing with the claim. The CUEs is above and beyond, right? So I guess we had to pick a line in the sand somewhere. And
but definitely a phase 2. Missy, before the end of next month, it will be added. Trust me. If not before then. Okay. Mobot says, thanks. I love the approach you are taking. And people, when you print out this educational packet, this is something that is usually like as cliff notes, because once you understand what criteria you feel you meet and you have the evidence to support that, that's what you're talking about in that CNP exam or that examiner that's doing your private DBQ. You know what symptoms you're having and which symptoms fall under the 50, 70, or 100% criteria. Okay. That's very important.
I'm sorry, say that again because it's so important. You've just got to say that again to somebody because you got to hear it a couple times.
What did I say? Okay. So when you select the percentage, like I went into, let's just take musculoskeletal, right? And we're going to go, let's go fibromyalgia. Okay. This is direct service connection. It's a new claim. Fibromyalgia. Okay. So when you look at the 40% criteria with widespread musculoskeletal pain and tender points with or without associated fatigue, sleep disturbance, stiffness, okay? And I'm not going to go through and read all these, but check this out. We even got a pro tip. What does widespread pain means? Pain in both the left and right sides of the body. Read that again. Widespread pain means pain in both the left and right sides of the body. So especially if you go to a VA CNP exam, you need to know that because that's what you need to be talking about in that exam. And if you have a private examiner to do your DBQ. And here's a nugget. It may not be a bad idea. Take a screenshot of this. And when you get to your example wording, add that in your example wording. Okay. So you select it. It says it's selected. Okay. If you have any additional symptoms, sharp pain, dull pain, shooting pain, pain on range of motion, these are definitely important when you get to the ankles, knees, hips, back, neck, shoulders, elbows, and wrist. What type of pain are you having in that joint? Sharp pain, dull pain, shooting pain, pain on range of motion, numbness, weakness. Okay. And when you select these, you can select as many as you want. See that? And it's the same way for the mental conditions. We took the diagnosis on the diagnosis, the symptoms from all the percentages and the DBQ, the VA's DBQ, and put them in here. Again, you don't have to do the heavy lifting. You just need to know, hey, what's in my evidence?
And by the way, that heavy lifting is sifting through the 38 CFR trying to figure that mother out. If any of you guys have ever been in there, I got money for you if you can decipher what's going on inside of that thing. So we're laughing because we've spent a lot of time there. This guy, especially 15 years, 9 years in the VA, over 15,000 claims, experiences. I mean, I don't know how he sleeps at night, but
man, I don't. I'm always up like at 2:00, come here and work for 2 hours, check what the developers are doing.
It's haunting. So this simplifies the whole process. Yes. And Keith, we just addressed that with Missy, but not yet. It is on the roadmap for development. We needed to get a line in the sand for the product to come out to the market and get this in the hands of the community. We've already got upwards of 100 paying members that were in the beta group with us that have helped us develop this right now. So very excited to see that part added, but that piece is coming. So if you're there, good on you. That's you're down the road. So, but we'll be there at some point, helping people out with the CUEs as well.
Yeah. So if you have not signed up for the event on Saturday, we're giving away some prizes. We're not going to.
I don't know what you're doing because if you don't know, we're giving away some prizes. We're giving away. This is a celebration for us. We're giving away upwards of $1,700 of value. We're giving books away. We're giving private one-on-ones away. We're giving chances to win a CNP exam that we're going to cover the cost on.
The DBQ and Nexus Statement.
DBQ, sorry, yeah. Well, yeah, you get your free CNP exam. There you go.
Yeah. But you have to be there live.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, and we're tracking this stuff. So if you're not there live, and then once you and Don, when we get to our landing page, Don is going to go through that and explain a little bit more in detail. So we're tracking on the back end, and we're going to announce it that Tuesday in the group meeting. But you have to be there live on Saturday.
It's
Okay.
important for us because we want to kick things off with a feverish pitch. We want the community to grow and develop. This is going to be a spark that really grows the community from here. I mean, Dwayne's got his existing channel, and that's where this lives. The software lives on its own. It's got to establish its own crowd, its own following, and we've already done it. We've got a few hundred people registered right now for Saturday. Come out, see what it's about. Buy it now. If you're thinking about it, get in on the offer now. If you're even thinking about Dwayne's book, his second book, on the heels of his best-selling first book, this is the no-brainer. We'll get in there, but I'm ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah. This software is next level.
Thanks,
Information
Carlos.
is really awesome. Thank you. But put a fire emoji in the comment section if you have signed up since you've been on this live. And make sure you go ahead and click that like button as well. Let's see. John, looks good. I want to follow a couple of things secondary, and this looks like it will help a lot. I like to construct my claim to make the Raiders' job. There you go. Exactly. I think that helps instead of making them dig dirt. Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Hell yeah, you're hired right there.
Yeah.
John gets it right there.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I mean, that is it, right? Is educating you so you can speak the same language as the VA Raider, simplifying the process and the time that it takes to develop a claim, get a claim through. That's the aspirations for this. So, yep. Steven, shout out from Japan. There we go.
All right. All right. So we're going to get over to the second page here, and Don is going to go through and explain this. Okay. But we'll take a couple more questions before we get over there, Don. Okay. I want to make sure. Thanks for the info.
James.
Thank you, James. Definitely appreciate it. Let's see. Will the navigator walk me through a second? Yes. You know what? Let me show that again.
Hop in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, James. I didn't do that. And I thought about this. I was like, okay, secondary. Here we go. All right. So let's do sleep apnea secondary to PTSD.
There you go. That's
VA
popular.
Examiners, they love to deny those, right? Give negative opinions. So
my dad spent 10 years going after sleep apnea, never got it.
So you should know, people, sleep apnea falls under respiratory. So these are things that we're going to be talking about. If you we may give you a quiz and say, hey, what condition, diagnosis, and then we'll show you which body system it falls under. So respiratory, you're going to come here. You're going to select secondary. Now watch this. Everybody, you're watching? You select secondary, boom. Which service-connected condition are you claiming this secondary to? PTSD.
Now, you take that. Now, if you're here at this point doing a secondary claim, you got to fill this in because this is coming right off the letter from the VA. So you just go right there, grab that data, and populate it right inside of the system.
Right. And then are you claiming this? Is this a new claims, initial, new? And then apnea.
We got to do the abbreviation on PTSD too.
Yeah. And then here's the different percentages for sleep apnea. We'll do the 50%. Okay. And then boom, your symptoms. All right. So James, I hope that answers your question. But I thought about that when we were building this. I'm like, if they select secondary, the educational packet is going to need the primary service-connected condition. Okay. So if it's not word for word, when you get to the edit function, James, everybody that example wording, then you can edit it from there.
And that's what you need to do because only you can express what's happening with your issues. And so we've built the framework and we're pulling data from what we've populated inside of a database structure. So when it gets that and it pulls it into, you're going through clicking buttons, It's going to pull that data into an example wording section. That's presented for you to go in and customize, because you got to make it personal. You can't sound robotic. You got to really put your personal touch on that. So let's emphasize that real quick. Here's
Right.
James. Can you show how the app helps manage claims that have been submitted? I have a few in process now and have began to get a little confused on what has been submitted or hasn't been submitted. So we don't connect to the VA at all. We are our independent system. But if you're on our platform developing your claims, you're going to have a record of that inside of the dashboard system. So you could isolate each one of your body part systems, and you could have that information housed individually in its own educational packet. So our system helps you organize. You can actually folder your educational packets as well. So if you're developing a claim and you're trying to massage or piece together or string together different body part systems, you could be running that scenario over and over and again to see how it fits together. You might want to take some stuff out, but that's how we can actually help you from a management standpoint. But if you're filing stuff off of our system, that's something that we can't help you with. You could take what you've developed off the system and replicate it on our system so it's digitized that way. We probably encourage you to do that, and then you could have it displayed in front of you as a visual display of what's been filed, what's not. But where's my packet at? Hold on, let me get this thing. So
all right. While he's doing that, are you going to help when I get stuck? If you get stuck with the software, yes. This is not, we're not going to be spending time going through people's individuals' claims, okay? But if you get stuck using the software, we will help you get unstuck. Go ahead, Don. I think you brought your
Well, just to emphasize that how easy it is to get confused, there's 6 years worth of confusion for Don. So that's about as organized as it gets, just jammed into like one folder here. But to get unstuck, Tat, you just got to show up with us. We're going to go live twice a week. So every 2 weeks, we're going to do kind of what we're doing here. We're going to sit with people. We're going to go into the software, and we're going to answer your questions, and we're going to give you strategy, give you nuggets of knowledge that you can extract from this guy's brain. I'll have a little bit of something to add maybe, but show up every 2 weeks. Those will be recorded as well. So if you're subscribed to the software, you'll have exclusive access to those recordings as well. And so that's what we're doing right now. So it's kind of like open office hours every couple of weeks with people.
Yep. James, apparently, I someone left me a comment. I think it was Sunday or Monday about this. I think it came out on the 29th. I re-recorded a video today. I did a separate video for my monthly veteran membership that's going inside that portal. But I wanted to make sure I read like it's 57 pages long. So
you just brought that up the other day, on the phone.
Yeah. I read the first 7 pages. I downloaded it as a PDF file because when I got up the other morning to do the research, it wasn't there. The OIG site, and I was like, okay, they shut down the federal government. Yeah, did they shut down the federal government? And I couldn't find it. And then about 3 hours ago, I got on the computer and it was there. So I was like, you know what? Let me download this in a PDF file, and I highlighted some specific areas, and I went through and I touched on, because you need to know what a senior VSR is, what an authorizer is, what is authorization of a rating decision. Most importantly, Philadelphia is a PMC, Pension Management Center. You have to know what claims they work there. Okay, there's 3 PMCs in the country: Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and St. Paul, Minnesota. So I got a video on that. It's about 20 minutes. People, sometimes I always get that one person, like Cat Williams says, it's always that one. This video is too long. You need to understand this stuff, because at the end of that video, I state, if you go out to the M21-1 and see what type of claims PMCs handle, and if you had a claim for one of those things between 2022 and 2024, 800-827-1000. Hey, can you look in VBMS to see where this claim was authorized? Philadelphia, because you could have a problem. OIG is saying they're going to go back and look at those cases, and it could be a potential sever if you did not. I mean, if that particular VSR authorized. And the crazy thing about this, Don, the regional office director at Philadelphia.
This is what you're talking about, how many claims they did?
No, all the management knew what this person was doing. They were turning a blind eye. And guess what? Management gets bonuses off the number of claims that are adjudicated.
And tell them how many claims that were adjudicated in that short window of time.
I think 85,300. Crazy, man.
Which is an astronomical number.
Hey.
But to James, to your other point, we don't connect to the VA software. Now, this is where we're going to end. Now, working with a VSO, I believe they might have the ability to go and do something like that, because I think they have a connection into that system, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
VSO rep.
They get read only. Some of them they get read only access. Yeah. And that's another question that people need to ask before they sign up for a VSO, claims agent, or lawyer. When will you get access to VBMS? Or do you have access to it? Because some people are like, oh, we don't have access. Then it's like you're driving a boat, one of those go fast boats, leaving Miami to Bahamas without a steering wheel. Yeah. You don't want that. Carlos, we just saw it. I was writing that on the list.
It's on the list.
It was crazy because it was on there just a couple of days ago. So they're in there working. All right. So last question, then we're going to get to the landing page and talk about that. Grace, if you're not driving, I always tease her, right? Because if you're not driving, let me know how many likes we have. We got 92 people now, 91. Says, sorry, late in session. Does the system link body the systems directly to the M21-1? No, does not. It does not. We went and grabbed the parts of the
it doesn't link directly, but the nature of the buttonology and the answers that the questions that you're answering is linked to the data from the 38 CFR. So it's referencing the data, and how we've built and architected the questions creates that linkage from the body parts to that data. So indirectly, yes, it is. And you'll get there through the true data that's represented from the 38 CFR.
Okay. All right. Now, Don,
I know she's in the beta group, right? She's been on.
Yes,
I remember her talking. You mentioned her being in the car. She was in the car, I think.
That's always teasing. Yeah.
Where are you driving to, Grace?
Where are you going? All right. So, Don, you're up. Let me know.
Oh, here we go. This is it. October 4th. This is 3 days away. I know my 8-year-old's tired of hearing about it. Every day I celebrate. I'm like, woo, let's go. But this is it. This is the website link that you guys go to. This is a great video. It's just 5 minutes long. It's not very lengthy, but it's just a great video talking about, again, we touched on it a little bit, but this goes a little bit deeper into how this software came about, Dwayne's mindset that he's carried with him for 15 years in dealing with this type of material, and basically our journey here to get here and the software itself. So it's a great video just to watch. Here's the details about what we're giving away. We're just packing in so much value into October 4th, but you got to be there live. And we emphasize this again because we want to create that cohesion amongst people. We're encouraging you guys to develop your own platoons individually. This is how I operated when I was doing my claim. I just happened to have a Dwayne Kimball in my platoon, right? But I had other veterans. I had an Army vet. I had a Marine vet. I've got 2 vets that I still help out on the side in the little platoons, because we want you guys to go through the journey together. There's a lot of value in that. But here, if you're coming, Dwayne's got his second book out. He had a best-selling book a little over a year ago, and he ran it back. And in this one, he's developing a claim, start to finish. And this is very exciting that he, came out with this. Congratulations, Dwayne. But this is launching the same day, and he's going to be ready to ship these in October. So he's got this book coming out already. If you're even thinking about it, this is a $30 book, a lot of value packed into that. But for our launch offer, we're going to retail at $67 when we come out to market. There's a lot of value in the software itself. We're dropping that price all the way to $45 for a monthly subscription here. And you notice we emphasize this, but you can attend for free, see what we got. If you want to come to Saturday's event on the 12th, you'll have to get access there, but you can still get our launch offer. But we're giving his book away for free. So if you're thinking about buying the book or even the software itself, you're going to want to subscribe right now, because we're giving his book for free if you buy that pre-live. Once we go live on Saturday, you don't get his book for free anymore. You get all this other great stuff. We have packed all this other great stuff into here too. So there's over $1,700 worth of value in here. One, you get the software. That's 33% off. We're going to enter you into a raffle to get a private 1 hour with Dwayne. I tried to hop in and add value myself, but it didn't really go up with the value. It was like $330 value, but you get the free first edition book live right now. That's pre-sale. Once we hit Saturday, the book's off the table. You can get the other stuff because Wayne's launching his book, and so we didn't want to interfere with his launch of his book at the same time. So, but he did give that as a giveaway for us now. There is a secret live bonus that we're giving away. So if you're in attendance and you purchase the subscription, you're eligible for all this stuff. Everybody's going to get this live bonus. The live bonus worth of valued at $1,100. Everybody's going to get that. So if you're subscribing, everybody gets that out the door. And then, of course, you're doing it bi-weekly coaching calls. We're not just leaving you guys here. Here's the software. See you later. We're going to be on the beach somewhere. We're going to keep building. We got a lot on the roadmap. We want to keep building this thing. There's a lot of ways that we can get to the CUEs. There's a lot of other things we want to add to this, but we're going to be doing 2 live coaching calls just like this call, but we're spending all the time in the software, answering questions, coaching people, educating people on the VA claims process. I mean,
no, but hold on, Don. Hold on. Coaching on the software.
On the software.
The software.
Yes.
The software.
It's not on your particular claim. We
Right.
won't get into the details of that. We're not here to develop your claim for you. The software will do that for you. We're going to educate you on using the software, and then hopefully encourage you guys to get into the buddy system and then build your own little platoon of people to go through this journey together. It takes some people longer than others, but I've taken, I think, in my 6-year journey, I took a whole year off at one point because I was so frustrated with it. But this man right here said, "What are you doing?" Every time I see me, like, what's going on with your claim? That's how I laughed too. I was like, well, I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I was like, I don't know, but we want you guys to be encouraged to do the platoon. And there's a lot of things that we have coming out in the first of the year that's very exciting as well. So, this is again, just the Spark is happening this Saturday at 12. We're very much excited. We're trying to give away as much value as we can, and for a $45 subscription. I love when they do the equation. How many lattes is that? How many Starbucks coffees is that? I don't know what the number is, but it's a lot of value for a little bit of money at the end of the day. So,
and even real quick, Don, even our sponsors, I got to call all the sponsors back, because when I was texting and emailing, and I was like, hey, do you have any specials you want to offer? And they were like, yeah, we'll do this and do this. And one of our sponsors was like, yeah, we'll do a free medical review. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I told you. I was like, wait a minute. I got to go back, because you may get hit with 1,000 pages. So even our sponsors will have promotions that particular day. All right. And they do DBQs and Nexus statements. One of our sponsors, he's not even in the VA claims arena.
Christine, she's not either. We got a couple that are just they got some really interesting products and services. So but they're drawn to us in what we're building.
Yep. Even one is called Life Wishes, where you can upload all your different documents for your loved ones. So when you pass away, you can give them read-only access, and so they have their own login. They log in, they can print out. So if you got like a beneficiary letter from your bank where they can go and access that money, you upload it there. If you got a trust, if you have a will, your DD-214. I use it. I've been uploading some
Oh, you've been
documents.
on it? Yeah.
I got a little scanner, little Epson scanner, about $50, I think. I got it Black Friday last year, and I upload documents there, and I give my wife read access because she might,
She might
change
edit some out of the will.
change that percentage. She might edit that percentage to the life insurance policy.
But I wish we would have had that when my dad passed, though. I
Yeah.
mean, we
Yeah.
had to unwind everything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that was
And Dennis, he's given 50% off. And I think it's like a couple of $100 one time. That is all you
Oh,
pay.
is that right? All right.
And that's it for life. And he's like,
Nice.
yeah, this is the discount. Here's my coupon code. So I had Don like, hey, I need some 5x7 cars like Family Feud so I can write all these deals down. So a lot, we're going to be going, and it's an hour and a half, people. So we are going to be going over a lot of information. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Don.
That's it. I mean, the emphasis is on joining us live. If you buy the subscription, you get the subscription. But to be eligible for all these goodies and giveaways, you got to be there on Saturday. We got some beta guys, even some people who have already bought. What do you say? He's going to be at work. He's like, I'm going to have it on. I'm going to be there so you can see me that I'm there. But just show up live. I mean, again, it's to build the community. We want people interacting with each other. We want to encourage you guys to build platoons together and work together on your own. Even if you do private calls separately outside of that, how you work in the system, how you doing with the claim, there's a lot of value in benefiting to that. And hopefully we grow more into a community structure. We'll have to figure something out like that. But, Saturday is it. And this is the one time, it's one-time launch. That's all we're doing. So We're trying to have fun with it at the same time. And it's just encouraging to have the excitement from the beta group. I mean, a lot of participation. They've been really showing up for us and helping us find stuff inside the system. And not just the beta group. When you sign in when you join our community, we want your feedback too. We want to hear of ideas and to hear somebody ask about the CUEs. It's on the roadmap, but we didn't really, stress about it. But now we're like, let's prioritize that. Let's get that out the door. But so we listen to you guys. Numerous things that have come in from the beta group have been built inside of the system right now, just because everybody's like, hey, this could be a value. And we think so. We're going to make it happen. So we listen to you guys.
Yeah. I think you already touched on the VIP, right? And to be there live.
That's it. Be there live to be eligible for all this stuff. If you want the free book, you got to subscribe before Saturday, though. That goes out the door so he can have his launch of his book at the same time. And we don't interfere with that. So take advantage. $30 book, $45 software. What do you want?
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to some questions here. Thank you. Great job. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Andrew.
With filing for chronic fatigue syndrome and 5 miles under presumptive be considered stacking, pyramiding. I don't think so, Carlos. I would have to go and look in the regulation. I don't think that it is. Chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't think so.
Things, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that it would.
I don't want to pretend that I know. My gut instinct, Carlos, is saying no, but listen to this guy over here.
With existing service-connected conditions and potential applicable secondary.
Absolutely, Scott.
Yep. Also, as it helps to increase, yes. It doesn't help increase it. You have to do that, but you can definitely build an educational packet for increase. And like I stated earlier, Scott, a lot of veterans, where they go wrong, they'll file an increase. They'll be at 20%, and they say, hey, it's gotten worse, but it's gotten worse in their mind. It hasn't gotten worse on paper, on the VA regulation. Right. So you need to know what is the criteria for the next higher percentage. That's in the rating decision.
And we lay it all out for you in the software. So when you go through the increase process and you're selecting your diagnostic code and whatever you're targeting, it's going to present it all right in front of you, and you can easily decide which symptomology you line up with.
He just gave me an idea. So maybe for the increases, we can have a box to say, after what your service connected for, filing a claim for increase, and you select that condition, then the next box is, what is your current percentage?
Oh,
Hey, so I just thought of that.
Yeah, because if we do that, we can just cut out whatever's below that, right? And just display what's above.
Yep. I'm taking notes, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. I mean, we're just excited about where this could even go potentially
Oh yeah.
for people in the future. I mean, we intend to be here for some time developing this and just increasing the value.
I'll let you take this question, Don.
Well, we've looked at those guys, Scott. Absolutely. Hey, we love anybody doing things in the veteran support community, trying to give back. And that's when we talked about building this project too. We looked at AI and said, we talked about this a little bit earlier. The challenge is when you build with AI like that, because we looked at these softwares, they're querying learning language models basically. So you're relying, and you can go, I can go like chat GPT this right here. So, when you do that, you're reliant upon that robot on the other end, that algorithm, to tell you what is right inside of whatever you're querying it for, from a claim perspective, connection. But like Dwayne pointed out earlier, we've done that many times ourselves, testing it out, and it's come back with wrong information. So you're relying upon something that's not 100%. And if you don't know the 38 CFR like this guy does, I'm going to assume that that's correct. And then how much time am I going to waste going through that claim process to develop that claim, get it submitted, go to exams if I need to, build my medical evidence around it, and then to have nothing happen with it? I mean, you're going to waste a lot of time and energy. That's why we decided not to build with AI. We specifically had the intention to build with AI. We decided against it because of those other platforms like that. There's Veteran AI. There's a couple other ones out there. There's probably going to be more of them coming. But at the end of the day, we filed a patent around what we built right here. We've got a moat around the software. And we did the manual lifting. We didn't do it or leave it to AI because we went and mapped out everything inside of the 38 CFR, and that's what's displayed inside the software. That's why it's so powerful, because you're getting the direct access to the data within the 38 CFR. There's no robot telling you what's happening. It's just you, by answering these questions, you're developing your claim. You're getting educated on the process at the same time. And so that's a huge value add. If that answers your question. So, but we still applaud everybody making an effort in the world to support this type of stuff, because it is such a complex process. And so hopefully AI does advance in that, and maybe we get eradicated someday with AI, not the human species, but maybe like us, maybe it puts us out of business. Who knows? But I don't think so. I think we've got a strong, software here to compete, but we did it the manual way, the old-fashioned way, rolled up the sleeves and mapped out the data, not leaving it to some robot to tell me what its opinion is.
Right. All right. So we got some fire emojis. I'm assuming everyone with the fire emojis signed up for the VIP. I'm assuming that. Okay.
All right. We know Grace is in there. She's,
yeah.
I think are you I wonder if she's a Uber driver or a Lyft driver.
Let's see, Uber driver. Well, this is one of the YouTube members. Thank you, Mr. Carver. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
Kavir.
Okay, I don't have my glasses on. I thought that was an R. I'm scheduled for a CMP exam later this month. I lost the upper apex of my right finger due to chemical exposure while in Nellis. However, I was never stationed overseas. Your information helped. Oh, okay, cool. Sounds like you got service connected for that. So congrats.
Chemical exposure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that, yeah, with Tara. What was that? June, the blonde one, yeah.
So here it says, what is the difference between new claim and initial claim? Actually, we didn't come up with this. One of our beta testers did, and we changed it. But it makes sense, because like new claim, initial claim, because it would be well, I guess I'm trying to remember, why did she say to add that? And it made sense.
Is that Rita?
No, it wasn't. I think we could just probably take the initial new claim, because that's really confusing, because if it's a reopen claim, that would fall on the supplemental. We have that separately.
I think we got to collapse that back.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask. No, I
Because
think
it
that
really
was
doesn't add
safe.
any value either way, right? It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't do anything with the data or the data structures. It doesn't change anything, and I don't think it
Right.
influences the algorithm at all either. So,
And I think that was Faith that actually asked us to add that, but I can't remember why.
well, maybe is that what she emailed that one time?
No, we were on live. We're on live. So she'll be back on next week. But definitely Heartbreaker we'll ask her that. And if so, we'll probably take one of them out.
Great question, and this is what we
Yep.
love. We love this stuff because we want to
Okay.
make it better.
All right. So Don, Scott says, I didn't look at the link. I didn't click on the link. I didn't see the price when Dwayne had it posted. So I'll let you go ahead and answer this
No
question.
worries. We love this. We love these questions. So right now at launch on Saturday, Scott, retail is gonna be $67 a month on the software subscription. We have the launch offer going now. So the launch offers, you can get 33% off. It's $45. But buying now it makes sense. If you're even thinking about it, like if you buy now, you're getting this guy's second book for free. The book walks you through a claim process. The first book was phenomenal just to lay the groundwork of what this is. But you're going to get the book for free mailed to your door. You're going to be eligible for all the giveaways. As long as you show up on Saturday, you'll get eligible for all this other stuff. But if you take advantage now and don't show up, it's just going to be a $45 subscription, and you'll get his book at the same time. So, but I hope that answers your question. Few cups of coffees for you. We kept it low. We were all over the place about pricing, and we wanted to keep it, well under $100 for people a month, and just keep it affordable.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do a quick rapid fire. We're over an hour. I know my wife is sitting in the living room.
Miss
"You
Jen,
doing?
thank
You're on
you.
that. You're on that computer. You're on that computer again. You're on the computer again."
Well, I got
Uh,
my dog sitting here staring at me.
so you gotta take her for another walk, right? For sure.
Scott, I love this guy. I love people that engage and just ask questions. But
Yeah.
Scott, we built it with AI. We're going to get off of AI. We already have a plan in place to get away from AI right now. So AI is not going to be involved as of right now. I think down the road, there could be some ways that AI is beneficial to us as far as staying in tune with the data that's on the websites for the VA and that type of stuff. But we didn't want AI involved in the algorithm, in the thinking process, just because of the issues that we brought up with you earlier. So it's not built into it. This is hard coded. This is completely coded software. But right now we're using an AI coding platform to help us code it, which actually has been more of a hindrance than anything. It's actually slowed us down in development because we have to deal with the AI, and the AI keeps messing up on stuff. So our developers are like, we need to get off of here, and we can do that rather quickly. So, but it's 100% coded right now. But we are using AI to build it, but it's not powered by AI. AI is not an engine to the software. No.
Right. Here, I feel bad for the vets that will get rogue. Yeah, and I'm gonna upload this video tomorrow. It's 20 minutes. I normally don't do 20-minute videos. But again, I had to highlight.
That's a weird length for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go through and read it. I just didn't look at it and just jump right on YouTube and did a video. You need to understand the hierarchy, right? All those managers that's involved. And if you're a member of my monthly veterans membership, I did a separate table. So from that veteran service center manager, that regional director down to the VSR, there's a lot of managers in between. If you look at those numbers, when I show you those numbers, it'll show you what this particular VSR did in 1 year. It was like, Don, it was like 30.
15?
No, check this out. In 2022, they authorized 39,000 claims. You know what the national average was for authorizers? That year, like 1,500. And nobody caught that.
Nobody. Well, people who didn't turn blind eye, right?
Somebody got paid some bonuses, some really nice, hefty bonuses in 2022. The OIG did not address, are they giving that money back? or those managers have to pay that money back.
Yeah, and what's going to happen to the claims too? I mean, does that get scrutinized? I mean,
I talked about that at the end of the video. I talked about it earlier. I don't want to give it away.
Somebody who didn't watch it. Well, you haven't dropped the video yet. That's right.
Right. It's dropping tomorrow. I think at 3, I think maybe 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But at the end of the video, I explain if you look at the M21-1.
Yeah, I got to look at my dates too.
Right. So, but in the video for the members, I actually went out to the M21-1 and showed them all the different types of claims that PMC adjudicates, right? I didn't do it in this video because it just would have been too long. So again, you're going to have to do some legwork. It's not that hard to find. And when you look at that list and you say, man, I got rated for that, I got granted that, because one of the recommendations were to go back and review those 85,000 claims, which I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're doing cutbacks right now too. At the same time.
Yeah. So they shut down and they furloughed some people on the appeal side, authorizers on the appeal side.
But not those guys. Those guys are probably still intact over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy. So yeah, it's you got to understand that process. People get mad, man, you just talking and talking. When you come to my channel, people, be prepared to get educated. Okay. I'm not just on here talking about who shot John and all this other stuff. Okay. All right.
It's got to be John.
I don't know. My grandfather was from Mississippi. He used to say that when I get
John's on the screen right now too. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not you, John. Okay. I'm just going through Grace. We're just taking, thank you for that. Well, Grace told me how many likes we had, so I want to take her question. Dwayne, please explain why the rater or VA can't verify or obtain necessary records from the service department, JSRRC. Check you out, Grace. You've been working for the VA. It depends. It depends. And a lot of that, when you go out to JSRRC, it could depend on your branch.
What is JS for the lay people on here?
I can't remember the name of the acronym. VSRs, they do that development. Raters, don't request anything from them. But a lot of it, especially, let's say, if you're in the Navy,
Joint Services Records Research Center.
Is it what it is? Yeah.
No longer exists.
If you do, I'm trying to think. If you do like deck logs, morning logs, I think it's morning logs, deck logs, or something like that in the Navy. I think the VSR goes out to JSRC. I believe that's what they do. I don't know for sure, Grace, because I never was a VSR, so I didn't do.
Well, AI is saying it isn't around anymore. So
okay, I'm gonna ask my wife right after this if she knows. Hey, will you be able to ship the books to Japan? I don't ship overseas. I did initially with my first book. It's just very time consuming because you have to do a tariff label separately, and then you have to, it's a lot that goes into that. I will be putting it on Amazon.
Steven, you buy that book, you buy the software, I'll ship that book to you in Japan. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Steven, there you go. There you go.
You sign up for our software system. If that's what you're thinking about doing and getting the book, we'll get that book to you in Japan. Don't worry about that. We'll find out what are those hops we can get them maybe over there or something, but we'll get you taken care of if that's what you can do. If you're just gonna buy the book, his answer is no. I remember you talking about that some time ago.
Yeah. Signed up, navigated weeks ago at top tier. Did price drop? No, ML. So the beta testers got in for the lowest price that it will ever be.
Best deal on the planet.
That will never come back.
That's never coming back. Yeah.
Even if you sign up, if you saw the price, what was it, Don? Like $45?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nothing's ever going to touch where you guys are at, ML.
Yeah.
You qualify. We said, and I think you mentioned that you haven't been able to attend the meetings. You guys are automatically getting the VIP. You're eligible for the VIP stuff. So you already qualify for that. That's part of just being part of our beta group. We're giving that to you, but the same things apply. You got to attend Saturday's event.
Yeah. And we're doing another giveaway just for the beta testers for the DBQ, just for the beta testers. So,
well, he's eligible for that too. Or they're eligible for that too.
Yeah. The DBQ.
So even if you don't show up Saturday, You won't
He's
get
still
the goodies.
eligible.
Yeah. But you're eligible to win. And what we're raffling out to the 80 beta testers that we wanted 80, we got 80. Is not the, I almost said CNP exam again, but the
Okay.
we're paying for a private DBQ for one of you guys. So we're
Yeah.
going to raffle that off to the group. So you'll be eligible for that as well.
Yep. I'm over here looking at Instagram as well. JB, yes. Send me an email at info@kmd89.com. Let me know. So I have your email. I'll cancel the $97, but I'll keep you in the group for the gold membership.
It's on
You're
a gold
good.
membership.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, you're good, sir. It's that time. Booyaka, 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 booyaka.
What's this? What is this?
My brother from another mother up in New York City. It's that time. Is a software, a step is a set. Oh, wait a minute. Set price from
separate price.
Separate price. I don't have my glass. I need my glasses or my glasses. It is, but the individuals that signed up, do we have that in the offer done this week? If they sign up for the 45, did we give them free access to the gold membership?
Yes,
we did. We did.
We didn't announce it. That's the special giveaway.
Yeah. Oh man, I let the cat out the bag. Okay, but you got to be there. You got to be there. You got to be there. But the beta members, some of the beta members that's in the founders, if you were previously in the gold membership, shoot me an email and I'll cancel that, but you'll still have access to the gold. Okay. He said, out freaking standing, Dwayne. That sounds like a drill sergeant, right?
That's a green right there. There we go.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah. Okay. All right, people. We're going to go ahead and shut it down for tonight. Wait a minute. I got to make sure I get all my members. Wonderful ideas. Way to go. See you Saturday. Low Rock, Go Mob, Frat. Grace says, I would. Don't help me out. I don't have my glasses on.
She just wants info on Life Wishes. Okay. I would sign up too, Grace. Sounds great. So he's actually our accountant. So he's
bookkeeper.
This guy, he's been around Dwayne for a long time. We hired him here, and we'll get that info to you too, because he's did come on as a sponsor. So we thank Frank for that. If you're out there, Frank.
Yeah. So we're going to be covering all of our sponsors this weekend. Super excited, and we're missing their logo information on the site right now, but we'll get that over to the developers.
Right there.
I know. Yeah, see, we got books, people. We got all these books with questions and stuff that we're doing. So
news, and then there's a sticky note to go over that to do, because that's priority now to do. And
yeah. Oh, I did want to cover one thing, Don. Yeah. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for the gold nugget you gave on previous video you did, being able to schedule High-Level Review Conference. I did a video on this today, a quick fix. It's a short. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but this is the thing, people. A lot of individuals have been saying, Dwayne, you did 2 videos on how to schedule your informal conference, okay?
Hey, wait, that's what you got me over the hump on, right?
Yeah, the informal conference. Where you went off on that guy. They said, I called you. You was like, what? You lied. You lied. Yeah. And they're talking about the claim ID number. Okay. And in the videos, I didn't explain that. So this is what I know, people. When you submit that 0996, here's the fix. You submit the 0996, you wait a week and a half, you call 800-827-1000. You're going to ask them, hey, has an EP 030, because the EP 030, I just did a video on EPs and I talked about the High-Level Review EPs. Has it been established? If it hasn't been established, tell them thank you, hang up, call back a few days later. If the EP has been established, they have the 0996 of record, the EP 030 is established. The next question you're going to ask, can you look in VBMS and confirm the claim ID or claim reference or claim ID? Okay. Once you get that number, Then you go to the link I have in those videos and you schedule it. Now, Don, I don't think you input a claim ID number, did you?
No, I didn't at all.
Yeah.
No.
So it's working for some veterans, and other veterans, it is not. So if you go ahead and schedule it like Don did, if they don't cancel it, then move forward. But if they cancel it the day of or day before and say it's premature, then that's what you want to do, what I just stated. Okay.
But you got to stay on top of them too, Scott. Let me tell you.
Oh,
Let me tell the story real quick. I mean, it was amazing. You can go and book a calendar, and there was a lot of options. I mean, within 2 days, I was able to get on a call with them. This guy, I was like, all right, 7 a.m. Let's get on. It was like 7:30. I'm standing by the phone like 7:15, watching the video over again, just getting my mindset right for this call. This guy doesn't show up. Then all of a sudden, there's a voicemail on my phone. And I'm sitting by the phone the whole time. And it's this guy leave me a voicemail saying, oh, I tried to reach you. You didn't pick up the phone. I just called this guy right back, left him a nasty voicemail, cussing him out, claiming you did not call me. Because I know I run software. You can inject voicemails. I don't know if he did this or not, or maybe glitch in the matrix, or, the ringer didn't ring. Who knows? But this guy was lying to me in my face, called him out, and then he called me back, thankfully, in the next 2 minutes, apologizing. But these guys are not the best people sometimes. So just stay on top of it. Stay diligent. Keep your head on a swivel.
So Janet says, how do we sign up, get to be in the beta testers? That is no longer. We advertised that, Don, for like a month and a half?
Yeah.
And it was on my YouTube channel, people. So if you're in a beta tester, you want to stay in there, because if you go out and come back in, it's not going to be at the $25. It's not going to be at the $45. We will be running some discounts around Veterans Day, Black Friday.
We'll do discounts and stuff like that. But again, this Saturday's offer, our launch offer, is the next best thing you're going to get for some time. Probably into next year, really.
Yeah. This is one of my frat brothers. He's from Arkansas, from Missouri. He says, thanks for the donation. Take a donation for a new football coach. See, if want to give that Mizzou coach, about $10 million, he'll come down there and get y'all squared away. Okay. All right. Finger red number 1. Talking about the Big Red 1 division. Okay. Okay. All right, people. That's it. We're going to go ahead and we are going to shut it down. Hopefully, you sign up for the VIP so you can get the free book. You can, start building your platoon. We're going to explain some things on the VIP that we didn't tonight as it pertains to affiliates and stuff like that. So definitely show up, people. It will be an hour and a half. We rented the studio out, so we got this huge screen behind us.
It's a celebration. Awesome. We're going all out to have some fun with it and show up for you guys, and we want you to show up for us.
Wow, look at it, 0 to 60%. Yes, Scott, because you asked a lot of questions, and thank you for those questions, because that's what you are supposed to do. Get online, it's free, and ask these questions. So for everybody that signed up, definitely, we truly
look at that. John Girl signed up. I see Keith, Curtis, James. Look at that. Scott, Garnett, Stephanie, Sheila. That's amazing. Thank you, guys.
Yep. So the beta testers know this. We got something huge coming out in February. Our beta testers know that. We're not revealing that just yet. You need to follow. If you're on LinkedIn, follow VA Benefits Navigator. You can follow Don on LinkedIn. You can follow me. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you go over to TikTok. I want to do some things on TikTok for all you guys and girls. Instagram. Follow us on social media. That's how you know what we're doing. So we start to advertise this thing that we're launching in February. The beta members that were there the other week, they know about it. Okay. This is going to be huge. And we're giving away some free stuff too for that.
Every month we're going to be giving away some free stuff. And again, we're just giving back to the community because we want to keep building this and growing this, and we want you guys interacting. So every month, when we're doing our bi-weekly calls, every month, whoever's showing up, we're raffling off a private one-on-one with Dwayne. So that's going to happen until he shuts down, basically.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Hey, definitely appreciate it. Continue to move forward with your claims. Don't give up. Do not let the VA win. Remember, the VA is playing chess. They are not playing checkers. And I'm not going to say what I always say, but something I've been newly saying, watch one KMD 89 video a day. That will keep the VA claim denials away. With that being said, good night, everyone.